Okay, hello everybody. Today we're going to go through and set a waypoint for our UR robot. Now, before I go into anything crazy, I'll just leave that. I'm going to show you all our different parts here. So we have our program tab, and this has all the stuff that we're going to use. If you go up the top of the program tab, you're going to have some more tabs. You have command, graphic, structure, and then variables. Okay. So right now what we're going to use is structure. Structure is where we add objects to our program, which is over here. And how this program is going to work is when we hit the run button, it's going to go down a list of movements. So let's add a movement. So we're going to put a waypoint here. We can also just do a move, so I'll show you how that works. So I have that in there and I want to get rid of it. I can come over here and hit my delete. And I hit move. It's about the same thing. Now, once we've done that, let's go see if anything's changed here. We go to command. Now you can see that there's a bunch of different things that popped up. And then also when we hit waypoint, we have another different command page. So now that I'm at this point, I want to show you the next fun part, which is getting the robot to move around for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to our move area. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this robot up so it's level. I wanted to show you everything. So we made a video on jogging. You can go back and see how I did that with the robot. But right now I'm going to show you how to level the robot's end effector. So when we get a good position, everything will be straight. So let's see here. I've got a level set up. I put some white paper in the back so you can kind of see better. And you can kind of see that we're a little off. And right now, what I'm using to level everything off of is the camera here on the robot. It's like a flat spot that I get to work with. So I'm going to put it right on there. There's that. Now I'm going to use my tool place movements that I've showed you before. So let's start moving it around. Alright, now as I move that, see that the whole wrist just kind of moves slowly. There we are. There. So that's pretty good there. Now I'm going to rotate it. Oh, wrong way. I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees around. Okay. Bring the camera right over here. There, bring it a little closer. Okay. Not too far off. Alright, just cleaned it up a little bit. Alright, so I think that's going to be good for me right now. Take my level off. Alright, so I just moved the camera back here so you guys don't get seasick. But all I'm going to do now is I'm going to come down and I'm going to bring my end effector right to this block here. So we're going to go right down. So that wasn't too bad. Right down here. And all I'm doing is I'm just trying to get it so when I close the grippers, it's going to grab that part. And you're also going to want to get down just so you can see what the block looks like. And what I would recommend too is walk to the side here. So let me move the camera down so you can kind of get a closer view of what I'm looking at. So there's our block there. And then if we come from the side and we kind of like pan around here, I'm just trying to make sure that when I close the grippers, it's going to be where I need it on that block. Alright. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the block. And I just do that by going up to the gripper button here. Gripper, close. There. Alright, so I have my grippers on the block here. I'm going to bring it up. And what I'm doing is I'm just kind of testing out that spot. So I'm going to bring it up a little bit. See, it came right up, go down. There. Okay. So that's going to be... And then I can actually slow down the speed here on the bottom. Well, you can't really see it because there's a square in the way, but I'll just rotate it this way a little bit. See right here, it says speed. I can actually slow down the motion so I get more accuracy out of it. So I'm just going to do that now. I'm just going to bring it to 50%. And it's just a slide, just click and drag. So I brought it to 50. So now I'm just going to slowly go down. Come up. I'm basically just making sure it's going to go in there. Now once I have that block in there, I'm never going to take it out until I'm done moving it. So for instance, alright, that's where I want the block to end. That's my final waypoint for when it's going to put a block in there. So I'm going to save that now as the waypoint. Let's go to Program. There. All I did was I clicked Program, and now I have Set Waypoint. I'm going to click that. That looks like what we have. This is another way you can move the robot. I like doing it in the in our Move tab, but you can do it in this tab also. I'm going to hit OK. Can't really see. Let me move the robot view out of the way. But I can come right over here and hit OK once I'm good with that position. And then it will save it. And then the cool part about this, you're not going to see it with a lot of other robots that we have in the lab, but you see where it says Waypoint 1? If I don't have a list telling me what all these different waypoints are, I'm going to get confused because I'm going to have waypoint 1 through 10 or so. And I'm not going to be able to say, oh, that's, this thing. So I'm just going to hit this little pencil button next to it. And it gives us a keyboard. So I'm going to break it up. I'm going to remove waypoint 1. And I'm going to say, something for me to remember, end point. Point. There. So I have endpoint, submit. So it changes that to endpoint.